Hello everyone. JPL continues to receive fantastic images from Perseverance on Mars. Recently they held a press conference in which their preliminary plans for the first flight of the Ingenuity Helicopter were announced, and I'd like to share that information with you today. Welcome to Reaching for the Moon, hosted by me, Ed Grace. For those of you that don't know me, I worked on the Apollo program for 10 years and was a member of the Apollo 13 mission operations team, awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom for getting the Apollo 13 astronauts home safely. Recently, JPL held a press conference to discuss its planned Ingenuity mission. Several JPL lead engineers participated in the discussion. JPL Chief Pilot Howard Grip discussed how Ingenuity was tested in a 25-foot space chamber at JPL that simulated atmospheric conditions best they could of the Martian surface. Bob Ballaram, Chief Ingenuity Engineer, stated that a small piece of the fabric used on the Wright brothers' first airplane was attached to Ingenuity. The fabric was about the size of a postage stamp. The fabric became public because the Wright brothers auctioned it off to fund their other airplane projects. Using images taken in orbit and from Perseverance, an airfield has been selected for Ingenuity's first flight. The airfield is about 10 yards wide and the length of a football field approximately 100 yards, as shown on this image. Perseverance also took some pictures of the proposed airfield, and they were extremely useful in the final airfield decision. Howard Grip described the proposed first flight, which will lift off, climb to about 10 feet, then make a flight the length of the airfield before turning around and returning to its takeoff landing area. This slide shows the proposed flight path of Ingenuity's first flight. Ingenuity will hover for about 3 seconds before moving forward, turning, or landing. Ingenuity will take about 30 images per second and use them to assist in navigating across the ground. The biggest issues for Ingenuity will be to stay on trajectory and fight off disturbances like the Mars wind and dust. JPL will plan for more aggressive flights after the success with its first flight. Future flights will plan to fly at an altitude of double the current one, 20 feet. Perseverance is currently in transit to the airfield where Ingenuity will attempt to fly. However, before the 4-pound Ingenuity can attempt its first flight, both Ingenuity and Perseverance will undergo about a week of testing and conditioning. Ingenuity remains attached to the belly of NASA's Perseverance rover, which touched down on Mars on February 18, 2021. Recently, Perseverance dropped the graphite composite debris shield that protected Ingenuity during the flight and landing, as shown in this image. Once Ingenuity is dropped and free from Perseverance, Perseverance needs to back away within 25 hours to expose Ingenuity to the sun's rays. Ingenuity can only survive 1 day without the sun hitting its solar panels. Note the solar panel on the top of the Ingenuity above the counter-rotating blades. Farah Alibay, Perseverance lead engineer, stated that JPL is really looking forward to once Perseverance backs away from Ingenuity and Perseverance can take an image of Ingenuity sitting on the Martian surface ready for takeoff. NASA is targeting no earlier than April 8, 2021 for the Ingenuity Mars helicopter to make the first attempt at powered controlled flight of an aircraft on another planet. Because of the time required for signals to travel to and from Mars, approximately 11 minutes each way, all the instructions needed for the first flight of Ingenuity have been uploaded already. There will be no real-time flying of Ingenuity. JPL is only going to be able to analyze the data after the flight is over. Perseverance will back off and travel to a mound named Van Zyl Overlook to take pictures of Ingenuity's flight. In closing, here's an image of the rovers that have preceded Perseverance on Mars. This includes the Sojourner, Spirit, Opportunity, and Curiosity. Well, with that image, we're going to end today's video. Soon we hope to have a video of Ingenuity's first flight to share with you. I'm sure that someday Ingenuity's first flight will lead to more powered flights that will take us into the future of space exploration in lots of different planets. Well, I hope you enjoyed the Ingenuity images and information as much as I did. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like. Hit the subscribe and notification buttons to be notified every time Reaching for the Moon posts a new video. Thank you for watching. Remember always, failure is not an option. Bye.